Yes, geezers. For those that do not know who I am Christian Summers. I'm a 29-year-old men's-only online coach from the north of England, and I help men get in absolutely mental shape, and then I show them how to stay in shape, more importantly, for the rest of their life. If you want to learn how to do the same, stay tuned for what's to come in this video. Today, I'm going to tell you how to get absolutely diced in 10 weeks. Well, maybe not diced, but drop 10% of body fat in 10 weeks, okay? So listen up. We're going to go through these points thick and fast. Take some notes, and if you'd like my help, drop us a DM on Instagram as well. Right, I'm going to go through 5 points in order to set this up, okay? First of all, you need to get your food set. So what I want you to do is I want you to track your food that you're currently eating right now. Put it on MyFitnessPal for a day. Don't worry, you don't need to do it for a full week, anything like that. Just literally bang in what you eat on a typical day. Put it on MyFitnessPal. Take 25% of the total calories off. That's going to be the amount of calories you're going to be working with at first in this next 10-week period, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're in the UK, if you're thinking about this in stone, it's 14 pounds in a stone, right? So do the maths. 1 pound of protein per pound of body weight, and then just hit the calorie goal. Don't worry about fats, carbs, all that other stuff. Just do that, okay? This is how you're going to get 99% of the result. It's going to make it easy, and it's going to make it so you can just nail this shit. Step number 2 in the setup, cardio and steps. So essentially, just look at the current cardio and steps that you do on a typical week. So look, this is more of a week thing rather than a day thing, and just bang the average up. So what I'd do is go on the health app in your iPhone. If you're doing 6,000 steps at the minute, knock that bad boy up to 8,000. If you add it up and you usually do 90 minutes of cardio a week, if you've got the time, do 120. So nothing crazy, a decent jump up. 2,000 more steps than what you're currently doing. 20,000 would be a lot. 2,000 more steps on average per day, and around 30 minutes more cardio per week. You want your heart rate somewhere between 120 to 140 beats per minute. Reason being that I found this a bit of a sweet spot. If you're doing more than 140 beats per minute, you're usually working pretty goddamn hard. It might take away from your weight training stuff. So that's part 2. Part 3, go lift weights. I won't cover that in too much detail in this video, but go and lift weights. Try and aim for at least twice a week, if not 3, 4, up to 5 times per week. Okay, most people find a sweet spot if their situation allows it around that 4 to 5 times a week mark, and focus on trying to get better each week, either one more rep or going a little bit heavier with good technique. Also, if you feel like you can't go any heavier, you can't add a rep, it's either that you're training like a bitch or you might be doing a little bit too much. Or third piece is you might already be pretty goddamn lean, and this deficit right now is probably quite fast. But if you're going to do it in 10 weeks, don't worry, it'll be over soon, and then you can eat the food, right? Part 4 is knowing how to adjust this shit when it stops working. So stick to everything that we just said. Cardio, steps, weight training, food. If weight loss slows down, then add in whatever you prefer in terms of what your schedule allows and what you enjoy the most. So let's say, for example, you've got your main 3 variables that you can adjust in order to speed up fat loss. You got your cardio, you got your steps, you got your food, right? If you're mega fucking hungry, but you've got plenty of time in a day and you'd like going out for walks, I'd probably not reduce your food. I'd probably just look at increasing steps. And in that case, I'd increase steps by another 2,000 average. That's going to help speed things up, okay? If you find that you don't have any time, but you kind of like, you're sort of hungry, but you're not starving, I'd reduce your food, okay? Now, you don't have to reduce volume of food. You just have to reduce calories. So make sure you're picking foods that are high volume. So I'm talking like if you're having carbohydrate sources, have potato rather than rice. It's going to be more filling. You're going to feel like you're eating more food. Bulk your meals out of veg as well. And basically what I'd be doing is I'd be taking the food that you'd be taking away first. You always keep the protein at 1 gram per pound of body weight because protein's more filling than fats and carbs, and it's going to help maintain muscle. But you want to take away fats and carbs first, basically. And you want to take them away from where it's going to have the least impact on your training, if, of course, you want to look like you lift by the end of this, which I'm guessing you do if you're watching this video. So always leave carbohydrates as they are before and after your gym sessions. Take them away from the other meals in the day first, okay? You can even bring your carbs out completely because we are trying to do this shit fast from them other meals. Fats, you can go as low as you want. I'd never go lower than 0.15 per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, try not to go lower than 30 grams of fats per day. Or if you do that, only do it for a couple of weeks, okay? You might get a bit dizzy, you might not feel great. So I'd advise away from that. Carbohydrates, pull them back, but always try and leave at least 50 grams of carbs pre and post workout, okay? This is obviously not knowing your individual circumstances, but this shit will work, trust me. Tip number 5, tell people you're doing this shit. Tell your partner, tell your mates. Fuck it. If you've got some balls, you'll tell people on Instagram as well. Because what this will do is it'll hold you accountable. No one wants to look like they can't do the shit they said they're going to do. That's it. There's the 5 tips. But yeah, do it. And you'll lose 10% of body fat in 10 weeks. Listen, if you're still here, you obviously found this video useful. And if you would like our help directly, drop me a DM on Instagram. I'll bang the link below in the description. And I'll speak to you in a bit.